Emma Raducanu said she did not know if she would be fit for Wimbledon after a freak injury forced to retire hurt just 7 games into her first grass court game of the 19-year-old, who has now been forced to retire from 3 tournaments since winning the US Open last September, said she felt pain in her left side from the moment she served in her Nottingham Open first-round match against the world number 55 Victoria. She took painkillers and was laid out flat on court for treatment during 2 change events, later declaring that she would seek even a period of enforced rest would affect her warm-up preparations for Wimbledon, with severe doubts about her fulfilling a planned appearance at next week's Birmingham tennis tournament. Asked if she felt in her heart that Wimbledon was a possibility, she said, "I have no idea. It could have just seized up and gone into spasm and then it is really bad. I have no idea. I cannot diagnose this myself. I will get it checked out." She said she had no idea of the "well, I don't know," she said. "I need to get a scan first. I am not going to Google doctor myself. I will get it checked out. Then we will see from there. The pain was on the side of my body. Maybe around my rib," she said. An abdominal issue would be a different complaint to the persistent back pain which caused her to retire from her first-round Italian Open match in May, after experiencing similar trouble in Madrid and Stuttgart. She also played through back pain for GB at a Billie Jean Cup qualifier in Prague, in April. Asked if this seemed unconnected to the back trouble, she said, "Yeah, completely. It was just the first game. An absolute freak. I think I pulled something. I am not really sure what exactly. An absolute freak injury. I don't know what I could have done more about." Raducanu clutched the left side of her back after her first attempt to serve, in an opening game she lost, having double faulted on the third point. Briefly, there were signs of the Raducanu who Wimbledon audiences remember from last summer, making a fist with her hand after a number of strong, winning. She has been undertaking more gym work and looks physically stronger and more muscular than the 18-year-old who wowed Wimbledon a year. She has spoken of being more physical on the court. She led 3-1. But the injury was clearly making serving difficult. She lost 3 of her 4 service games before retiring after 35 minutes with the match at 5-3 in her Swiss opponent's favor. By the end, she was struggling to reach for ground strokes on the backhand side. "I was like, this doesn't feel right at all," she said. "And then I was thinking I don't know how I am going to do this. But if you do something in the first game people will be like, well, why did you walk onto the court? I definitely tried to get through it, but in the second game I called the physio on it at the first changeover. She was trying to do some work, but even from there she told me it was going to be really difficult to She said had no idea if she would play Birmingham next week. "I haven't thought about it, to be honest, having gone out of the way I did. I am not exactly thinking about next week." January, after she lost to Danka Kovinic in the 3rd round of the Australian Open, it emerged Raducanu was grappling with a huge blister on her finger that took weeks to heal. February, Raducanu withdrew from a WTA event in Monterrey with a leg problem, a week after it had forced her to retire from a first-round match in Guadalajara. March, following a defeat by Croatia's Petra Martic at Indian Wells, Raducanu cited a stiff back but refused to use it as an excuse, admitting, "I've just got to get stronger." April, Raducanu needed time out for attention to a blister on her foot as she was beaten in just 62 minutes by Marketa Vondrausova in the Billie Jean King Cup. May, now, after withdrawing in the first round of the Italian Open with lower back pain, Raducanu confirmed she is fit to compete in the French Open. June, concern grows for Wimbledon as Raducanu pulls out of her first-round match at the Nottingham Open after just 30. She called a medical timeout after 3 games and needed painkillers for what looked to be a left-sided rib injury.